it's awesome to see your kids want to come to church and they get excited about it, and they're coming to church. We know that they're learning about Jesus and how much he loves them, but it's a great environment that kids look forward to coming to and being a part of. And it's not, oh, we have to go to church. It's, hey, we get to go to church.
Yeah. I love learning the Bible verse. It's called Be Joyful, because you belong to the Lord. I will say it again, be joyful.
My son accepted Jesus at concert at the park, and my daughter at Leading the Way. So if we didn't have NewSpring in the community investing all this time and energy and resources into the things that they're doing, I don't really know where our family would be right now.
I started volunteering about 4 years ago. I just saw how much fun and involvement my wife was having. And so that was really cool to get to watch her connection with these kids and see how she was leading them. And I was like, man, I want that. I want to invest in the next generation.
The kids are very excited to invite their friends. So they come and they learn, and they'll try to find a friend that they can bring that's maybe never been to church before. And that's exciting for them because they get to walk into an environment that's for their age, and that really reaches them at the age they're at.
I like to thank Mr. Cody because he just tells a story and he makes it have a lot of fun, and just instead of just having the story, we get to play games, we get to worship, and that's just awesome. I just love it.
We came from a small church, knew everybody. And so we came here and we're like, oh my gosh, this is a very large church. So we come in, people greeted us. We felt like we belonged. They showed us exactly where to go. We took the kids to their environments. We want our kids to be fed the bread of life. That's why we're coming to church. So we were trying to figure out what they would actually learn. We get in the car and we were like, do you have fun today? Yeah, we had lots of fun. And we said, what did you learn? And Dash starts in, that story about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? And we were like, yeah. And Dharma's like, yeah, they went into a fiery furnace. And so they're telling us these Bible stories. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they know exactly what's going on. And we were really impressed with what the kids had learned. So we actually never went anywhere else. We stayed here.
Really, I've grown to see that by serving, it's impacted my faith. And even this year, going to Leading the Way and watching how they worship, I've lived through this season seeing how authentic worship really looks like, where that was not something that was a part of my life necessarily. Not that I didn't love to sing and I didn't love to worship, but just to see students going all out showed me, why am I not doing that in my faith? And why am I not showing that in my walk?
At Kids World, we have a lot of fun, and also treat ours the way we want to be treated.
It's a lot easier to try new things when you have people who are encouraging you and who ask you, hey, do you want to come do a skit on stage, or do you want to come, sing a worship song or something? It's a lot easier to try new things when you have so many people supporting you and teaching you and eager to help you learn.
The sooner you get involved, the more you buy into what Jesus is doing here at NewSpring. You have to be involved. Sitting in services does not give you the blessings that God wants to pour on you when you just give a little bit of your time and energy.
My favorite memories in 252 is looking back and seeing all the tech and them working the shows and everything and the production and all that stuff. So when I got old enough, I started asking, can I serve? Can I do this? So I started serving, and now I'm doing tech and audio, lights, switcher, all that sort of stuff. And I feel like this is God's calling to me.
What we get on Sundays at 9:15 when we go to the service is amazing, but what we get afterwards, pouring back into the church, you can't replicate that anywhere. It just has deepened our relationship with Christ as well. Just serving, we're not meant to just consume, and so we need to go out and be part of the church.
Kids also taught me that I could be brave just like Jesus was, and that God was very nice and very loving to me.
Another thing I vividly remember was it was COVID and church had been shut down for a little bit. They were doing porch visits. And I had seen that they were doing some porch visits, and I was like, oh, that would be fun. I get a call and a text from Becky and Amy, who say, hey, we're doing porch visits. Can we come and see you? And I was like, we live 2 hours away. And they're like, we know. So they come all the way down. We didn't tell Dharma. And they show up, and Dharma is screaming and runs out and meets them. And so they love, love, love your kids. The volunteers love your kids.
When you serve, your kids see you serve, and you guys sometimes get served together. And so it's just starting a generational opportunity for your kids to be able to, serve people and serve the Lord at the same time, and just watching other kids light up and just being excited.
I just wanted to volunteer because my dad used to work here, and ever since I was little and he was doing it, I wanted to be like him and do what he did. And so when I was in 5th grade, I started, and I've just been doing it ever since.
For the parents that is busy, I think we all are busy. I think you need to change the word busy to priority. If instead of saying I'm too busy, you need to say that's not a priority to me. And when you say that's not a priority to me, that hits a little differently. So for me to say it's not a priority for me to serve over these middle school girls, that hits a little different. And when you make that shift in your head, it becomes very easy to find the time to come in for an hour for the impact that you're making.
A lot of people think that you need like a skill set or need talent and something to serve, and that is so far from the truth, because when we serve, we're doing it for God, and that's our strength. God is our strength, not us. So when you have no skills, when you have nothing, that's great, because then you have to have God work through you, and that's when amazing things happen. So I think if you're scared of serving, if you think you don't have what it takes, then great. That's who we're looking for.
Getting to invest in the next generation it's literally everything. So to me, it's worth spending my weekend time volunteering and getting in a small group and getting involved. It's worth it. Just give it one chance, and it'll change your life. It's awesome.
It truly takes a village to raise a kid, and having this village has been such a blessing for us.
I love going to this church, and I love helping others. I love to go to church too.
I couldn't ask for a better church, better leaders.
I agree.
2 thumbs up for Kids World. I'm so blessed, got this heartbeat in my chest. Lord, doesn't matter about the rest. If I got you, Lord, I'm so blessed.